When you first look at the two couples, the Welsh and the Sussexes, they might look alike if you didn't know better. Prince William and Prince Harry, both princes, both have beautiful wives. Well, one has a beautiful wife, the other just has a wife who thinks she's beautiful, but still. Both men say they absolutely adore their wives, and the women say the same about them. But if you look a little closer, these relationships couldn't be more different. First, let's look at the healthy relationship. I'm talking about the one between William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales. William and Catherine first met in 2001, when they were both university students. They both studied history. And they didn't even get married until 2011 because William insisted they take their time. They tried to keep their relationship low-key. They didn't want to attract a lot of media attention, and who could blame them? I mean, they were young, they were in love and they wanted to take it slow. They really wanted to get to know each other. In 2007, they even separated for a while that I guess they had grown apart, so they thought maybe they needed some time apart. Of course, in the end, they just couldn't forget. They couldn't stay apart, so they got back together. And I don't know about you, but I'm so happy they're back together, because look at them now. Since their wedding in 2011, it has been a true fairy tale love story. Every time you see them together, they look absolutely in love with each other. With them, we see that it is not a performance. I mean, the way they interact shows that they really love, appreciate and respect each other. And there's a great article in the Daily Mail right now with the headline, "He does it like a gentleman." From rock climbing to disasters in high heels, the discreet William always supports Kate and ensures that their royal visits go smoothly. With William and Catherine, it's really the little things that keep us going. Then, apparently, earlier this month, while they were in Birmingham celebrating World Mental Health Day, cameras turned to see William applauding warmly in the audience as Catherine gave a speech. And there was something else too. According to the article, with minimal effort, William moved Kate's chair just enough to allow her to sit easily. By this small gesture, William clearly shows that he is thinking of Catherine. He is concerned that it's not just about him and what his wife can do for him. Instead, he truly loves her as an individual. This is exactly what it means to be a gentleman. You care more about someone else's comfort than your own. They also included some other really charming examples. Speaking of the Platinum Jubilee in 2022, I quote, "Again, I know it's a small gesture, but it's still these small gestures that create a healthy relationship. It's the little things people do when they think no one is watching that can really tell you whether a couple is truly in love or not." There was also an occasion in March 2013 when Catherine received her first kiss. A 4-inch stiletto stuck in a sewer during the St. Patrick's Day parade, and who helped her? Well, obviously her beloved husband, Prince William. His arm was there for her to hold on to as she managed to free him. And then they left together. And these are not isolated incidents, this is what we see from them all the time. If it rains, William will hold an umbrella for Catherine. They went rock climbing and he was the first to try, quote, with his wife holding the rope for him. "Are you holding me back?" Shouted that I got you. She laughed. I mean, my friends, if that's not a true fairy tale love story, I don't know what is. And when we look at this beautiful relationship, Meghan and Harry's appearance becomes even more pathetic. I mean, they both pretend to be so in love with each other, but let's look at what the evidence shows. First of all, their relationship was not built on solid foundations like that of the Welsh that Meghan and Harry met in early 2016, then their relationship became public in October 2016 thanks to Meghan. Harry also said that their relationship went from 0 to 60. This is a real red flag, but that's exactly what narcissists do. Once they have someone, they love to bombard them, and yes, the relationship goes from 0 to 60 in seconds. So, the public first learned about their relationship in October 2016, and then, by November 2017, they were already officially engaged in their engagement interview. Meghan says their relationship wasn't a whirlwind romance. He insists they had 5 or 6 months of complete intimacy before the public found out. Well, it tells us everything we need to know about his past relationships if he thinks 5 or 6 months is an important time in a romantic relationship. And of course, there are so many rumors about why the two got engaged. We know I think it was May 2017, before they got engaged, Harry's good friend Tom and Skip got married and Meghan called off the wedding. She wasn't invited. It wasn't his +1. Why did he ruin the wedding? Well, some say it was because she was stalking him. There are also many rumors that Meghan lied about her pregnancy to convince Harry to marry her. And these are rumors that I have no intention of denying. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? There were certain things that people felt. Harry was apparently yelling at Meghan at one point, "Are you pregnant or not?" Whether or not there was any semblance of pregnancy, they were hastily married. It's obvious. Even though William had warned Harry that he should really take his time and get to know Meghan Markle, Harry of course ignored his brother's advice and rushed to do it. They got married in 2018. They try their best to convince everyone that they are so deeply in love, but that's not what their body language shows. We've talked a lot about how Meghan grabs Harry's hand and carries him like he's a little kid, but Harry's no saint either. The Mirror just published an article about something that happened a long time ago, an event in which Harry almost made Meghan cry. We also talked about how Meghan always has to go above and beyond in front of Harry so she can be the first person to say hello to someone. And we saw exactly that happen again when they were in New York last week. So, according to the Mirror, body language experts were quick to analyze the couple, and one even told the Mirror that Meghan had, quote, made her husband look awkward with a sloppy gesture when a man leaned over to shake Harry's hand. But Meghan came forward to hug him. I don't know if you've seen the video, but I know exactly what they're talking about, and that's exactly what happened. So Harry ended up looking dumber than usual. He must have acted like he was scratching his nose or something. It was a very awkward and uncomfortable moment, just watching it. So this little incident reminded people of something that happened in 2019 at Trooping the Colour. According to the Mirror, while they were all on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, Harry and Meghan had some sort of disagreement and people were saying that Meghan looked like she was about to cry. On Twitter, a fan wrote, "She finally turned around and looked like she was about to start crying. The balcony seemed quite cold, in my opinion." And then another person compared them to William and Catherine saying, "Look at the difference. How relaxed are Kate and William?" At the time, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams weighed in, telling an insider that one of the important traits of being a royal is making sure public appearances go off without a hitch. In this case, it seems that there was an unfortunate exchange. Hopefully this isn't symptomatic of anything other than a misunderstanding. But the Buckingham Palace balcony is not the place to draw attention to these things. If the two can't even stay together as they stand on the balcony of Buckingham Palace and pretend to actually love each other, what does that tell us about the way things go behind the scenes? Closed doors? And we have heard all the rumors that they are fighting very hard. I absolutely believe these rumors. And according to body language expert Judy James, also in the Mirror, this scene in which Meghan fakes fake bows in their Netflix docuseries made Harry uncomfortable. And when you look at his face, you see it. Speaking to the Mirror, Judy James said, Meghan does an extravagant fake curtsy which, as she says, looks medieval. It takes him 8 seconds to play, making it a long joke, but there's no change in the more serious expression on Harry's face until the end, when he lets out a mirthless chuckle. Given all of this information, I think what becomes very clear to me is that Harry's biggest problem in life is that he is incredibly jealous of what his brother has. I mean, I understand. William has a beautiful, intelligent and elegant wife who is truly his equal. Harry, on the other hand, has a narcissistic witch who sucks the life out of him.